The Crossing here, Jacob Bass,
Chase Hamlin.
we're here to inform you, update you on our plans. We're going live because no one showed up. But here's our agenda so that you can skip forward if you really want to. First off, Dr. Dave Holtz is going to come and explain a little bit about what COVID-19 is, what the health community is thinking about this virus. And just put a little bit more knowledge for you there. And then Chase and I will share where the youth is going to go.
Just kind of our plan moving forward of just when we'll be meeting or how we'll be meeting and just what we want to be able to encourage you guys to do. So
now, Dr. Dave Holtz is going to join us on the show.
Thank you, guys. Obviously, there's been a lot going on, and the whole issue of the coronavirus is very dynamic and changing literally every day. So number one thing we want you all to hear is we want you to be safe, and right now it is safe. The present recommendations are basically, and the reason things are happening like school shutdowns, decreasing large gatherings, is basically to make it safer for everyone. The whole idea is there is a virus, it is circulating in a number of places, but what we're trying to avoid is everyone getting sick at once, because if that happens, we don't have the ability to help everybody. So the idea of separating social gathering of what we're talking about for youth group is probably to just make it so more people are able to get the help they need when they get sick or if they get sick. So we're strongly encouraging you. This is not something to be fearful or panicking over. Do the standard things that if you read in the paper they're telling you to do. Basically, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Use a good alcohol prep if you need to. If you get sick, if you're not that sick, you have a cough and a runny nose or a fever, stay home. You don't need to go to my office. You don't need to go to the hospital. You stay home. If you get sick and if you have a hard time breathing, you go to the emergency room and call and let them know you're coming. So again, most people who get this virus are going to be fine. Probably 80 to 85% will have a very mild case, won't even be more than a cold. Especially for you young folks, you guys are going to be, the reason you need to be careful is to protect us old people. It's the old people that are dying from this stuff. And seriously, most of the time it is just a cold. And you know what, I'm going to be following very similar things. You can look on CDC. By the way, just so you know locally, we know there's been a couple cases in Jackson County. We know there's been a case in Klamath County. We know there's been a few cases in Shasta County. None in Siskiyou County at this point. So as they're going to talk about, we're going to watch the situation. We want everyone to be safe. And as followers of Jesus, we're not afraid of this, right? Because if we die, we get to be with the Lord. But we want to be socially responsible as well. And so we don't want my mild illness to get to someone else and have bad outcomes for them. So that's why we're doing this sort of issue. Certainly have questions. I'm available. I'm not going to tell you my cell phone number, but Chase knows what it is. So does Jacob. But again, we're here for you guys. Hey, and one other thing. This isn't to you, probably it's to your parents. Don't hoard. Don't hoard, okay? We as followers of Christ trust that God's going to provide. We need to leave things, use what we need, and you know what? Support your brothers and sisters, and let's be together through this.
Thanks, Dave.
You got it?
Guys, I know I've talked to you guys a little bit about, you guys heard I'm all sad that sports are ending. I'm actually more sad that we can't meet together face to face. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. So our plan moving forward is we're still going to meet on Sunday night, but what we're going to do is we're going to try to meet online. So we're going to be setting up this week, a lot of what we're going to be doing this week is setting up like a Google Hangout. So what we need from you guys is your name, your best phone number, so like your personal cell phone number. Like I probably have your parents' cell phone number. If you're going to give me a phone number, don't give me, give me your parents, but let me know that it's your parents and not yours. And I want a personal email because we're going to try to do a Google Hangout. We're actually going to all meet together online, kind of like how we split up a youth group into our discussion groups, like a high school group, high school boys, high school girls, kind of those kind of groups. And we're going to have leaders leading us, leading the groups of where we're going. So we're going to kind of be going through the book of Acts, kind of our plan at this point. But we are not going to be meeting face-to-face, like in person. We're going to be meeting face-to-face online. So that's going to be a little different for you guys in that standpoint. This goes for small groups as well. Small groups, Bible studies. We're not going to be meeting face-to-face, and I know that's such a bummer. Like I said, guys, I'm sad about sports. I'm more sad about this. I like being with you guys. But we're going to be meeting online that way. And we're going to be getting you guys that information. And we don't want to pile on homework, but we want you guys to be able to continue in your relationship with the Lord. And to continue a relationship with us and how we're encouraging one another, being the body of Christ. So that's kind of our tentative plan moving forward. So we'll still be meeting 6 o'clock on Sunday nights, but it'll be online. And I'll be getting that information out to you there too. And if so I would like you guys to text me. I'm going to send out a text after this too, but text me your name, your personal cell phone number, and your email so we can get information on that. Also, mission trip is postponed as well. We're going to be reevaluating that in the future if we're going to go on that and how that looks as well. So if you're planning on going on the mission trip, that is postponed as well. So that's kind of like the nutshell, like in a nutshell of what's kind of going on with us. Is something big?
Just kind of how we got to this decision is, yes, we have Jesus. Yes, we're not going to live in fear. We're not going to live in worry. We're going to be prayerful. But we're also going to be respectful. God calls us to respect those that He's put in authority. And He's called us to respect and to be wise. And like Dave said, the youth are not the big ones at risk. But youth then are with others and they go home to parents that might be older. They go home to grandparents. And we're trying not to spread this right now. So we're going to do this day by day, but remember, this is social isolation. This is not spiritual isolation, and that is what we're shooting for. Is that we still A, stay connected to Jesus, and B, stay connected to one another. So you guys have all the social medias already. You already Snapchat each other when you're sitting next to each other. So why does it matter when you Snapchat each other from house to house? So stay connected with each other. Stay connected with your leaders. If any of you out there are struggling at home, not just because you're bored, but because something's going on, you don't have food, you're not feeling safe, let one of the youth staff know. Just because you're at home, you're not alone. We can get you guys food. We can get you those things. So stay connected with the staff as well in that way.
Something else I want to encourage you guys with is, I picked some in my closet today, I haven't seen in a while, the Walk by Faith sweatshirts. We're going to continue to walk by faith in whatever's going on. And thinking about camp this year, like we're meeting at the Crossing. This is where camp started this last year. And what was the theme of that? You will not be shaken. We will not be shaken by what's going on earth right now, what sickness is coming. God is ultimately ruling. I'm going to leave, in the comments, I'm going to leave a devotional from Paul David Tripp. It was March 13th. It was Friday, Thursday, kind of stuff went down, and then Friday, I woke up, got this devotional, and then I kind of saw what was happening in the world. And God is still on His throne. He's still ruling. He's still sovereign. So I want to encourage you guys with that. So, like Dave said, do not panic. God is still ultimately in control, and He's got what's going on. So, anything else you have?
Amen.
Amen. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon.